Lulu, hit the deck! Incoming!
You call that a warning, Captain? I've dodged worse than that in a bear market.
The garage is open. I'm Avatar John, holding down the fort while the crew is in the shop getting ready for tomorrow's live show from the Car Guru Ranch. Christian is in town, and his trench calls have been pure horsepower the last 2 weeks. He nailed Swift just a few days ago for more than a 7x run. Trencher ripped 3x after he called it, and he even pegged the top and bottom on Boss. Hey, what can I say? The boy is hot. The meme pit has been his personal drag strip, and he's been running clean passes every time. If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. And tonight, this track is hot. We've got the August inflection point, the Vegas AI 4 horsepower rundown, the Bitcoin supply shock countdown, a gaming pit full of high-octane plays, and then we're bringing you Christian's meme pit and Lulu's TA to close out the night. So, buckle up.
Let's roll off the line with the August inflection point. This market is staged at the tree with two engines under the hood. First engine, on-chain conviction, Bitcoin exchange reserves at a 7-year low, long-term holders, gripping the wheel tight, refusing to let go, ETFs vacuuming supply like a blower gulping air. Second engine, the macro trigger CPI drops August 13th. Consensus says 2.8% year over year, 86% odds of a September rate cut. A cool print and Bitcoin could rocket to 135 to 150,000. A hot print, and we might have to stomp the brakes hard, sliding down to 110 to 114,000 before we line back up. Bitcoin sitting near 122,000 thin books, one whale, and we're fishtailing right into that 111,000 pocket Ethereums, hugging the inside line. 222 million in ETF inflows in one day. CME ETH open interest at all-time highs. The ETH to BTC ratio breaking out. That's your flag. ETH could lead the next couple of laps. Now, Vegas AI 4. This was the Indy 500 of artificial intelligence. Auto Guru AI had eyes in every lane. Jeffrey Hinton, the godfather of AI, steps up and says AI now understands language better than a human. And basically what he's saying is this thing can read between the lines faster and more accurately than we can. It's like having a race car that not only blows past you on the straightaway, but takes corners tighter than you thought possible. AI can chew through contracts, reports, negotiations, and spit out results in seconds. If you're still running a paper map, this thing's got GPS launch control and a pit crew. Then he says humans hallucinate, so does AI, but AI does it a billion times faster. And what he means is AI can make mistakes just like us. Sometimes filling in the blanks with bad info, like thinking you saw a cop on the shoulder and it's just a mailbox. The difference is it runs through a billion of those in the blink of an eye and corrects most instantly. Think pit crew so fast you can't see the wrench turn, but if you don't double check, you might find a loose lug nut when you're already at 200 miles an hour. Next line he drops, it's a dodgy time to be a paralegal. I wouldn't be. And that's him saying certain jobs are standing right on the train tracks and the AI freight train is coming. Paralegals spend their days reading and drafting the kind of stuff AI is already scary good at. It's like when GPS units came along and suddenly the guy holding the paper map wasn't needed in the rally car. This isn't just law jobs. It's any work that's repetitive research and paperwork. You better learn to drive the AI or it's taking your spot in the lineup. And then he warns governments need to help us stamp and recognize fake content like fake money, which in plain garage talk means deep fakes and bogus posts are about to be everywhere. We need official watermarks or verification so you can tell if what you're seeing is real. Otherwise, you're buying a car that looks cherry on the lot, but under the hood, it's just Bondo and bad welds. The risk is you won't be able to trust what you see, hear, or read online unless someone's checking the VIN. All right. Bitcoin supply shock countdown. We are already in the early stages. Ancient coins going into 10-year dormancy faster than miners can crank out new supply exchange reserves at 6-year lows, 75% of supply with long-term holders, peak stress projected early 2026, MicroStrategy buying more than daily issuance, ETFs pulling multiples of new supply OTC desks, nearly empty 155,000 BTC left, while MSTR buys more than that a year. Markers to watch, exchange balances under 8% of supply, daily demand, double daily output projection, tightening through 2025 critical mass by Q2 2026. Price targets 150 to 200,000 before the tank runs dry in 2026 to 2027. This isn't retail hype. This is institutional torque with no liftoff. Let's head into the trenches. Sydney on Solana, up over 10,600% in 8 hours with 420 million locked AI crystal node, up 7,000%, 27 million in volume. Katana, up 5,000% with unknown liquidity. And we've got undead projects on base Solana Sui idling at the line, plus stealth AI gaming hybrids just waiting for the green light. Speaking of gaming, the gaming pit is stacked MapleStory Universe, a classic muscle car fully restored for the Web3 strip running on the Nexon blockchain with AVAX integration, over 1 million daily transactions. Player counts topping 50,000 after the summer update with new heroes, NFT rebuilds, and dev tools. Alterverse, the custom shop letting you build your own ride. Survival titles like Araki, quirky sims like Dog Pooper survived the shutdown wave of 2025, now bolting on immutable partnerships. Neo Tokyo, the cyberpunk chop shop with influencer horsepower pumping out gangs of Neo Tokyo, keeping 20,000 players in the Fight Nakamoto games. The Mega Garage, over 200 games, live 650,000 daily users, 10 million in fresh funding to keep the engines hot. XAI games on Arbitrum. The pit crew for the next billion gamers, onboarding over 40,000 Steam titles, making Web3 feel like an automatic transmission for traditional players. The Garage Gaming dashboard puts Nakamoto Games on the top step with XAI and MapleStory riding shotgun. New launches like Stackbreaker RACT and Gangs of Neo Tokyo filling the lanes. Whales loading up on Naka and Bytes Chain of the Night. Arbitrum thanks to XAI's big Steam integration. Outlook Web3 Gaming had some blown engines this year, but the rides still on the track have fresh fuel, and big upgrades could be a 2-day rally if the whales mash the throttle. All of this data comes from the Garage Chief of Technical Analysis. Lulu Bitcoin right now, we're holding just under 119,000. If we can get back above that 119.5K mark and stay there, we could make a push toward 120K. But if we drop below that 118K mark, it's likely down to around 117.5. And if that doesn't hold, we're probably sliding toward 117 flat. Solana has been bouncing off that 171 area. If we can get through 176 and hold, there's room to run toward 179. But if we dip back under 173, then we're probably retesting 171. And if that fails, the next lane down is around 169. Ethereum is battling around that 4,295 line. If we clear 4,300 and stay above it, we've got a shot at a bigger move. But if we fall under 4,280, it's likely we head for 4,260. And if that breaks, the next break zone is about 4,240. ADA is stuck under 80 cents. If we can break that and hold it, we could see 81 to 82 cents pretty quick. But if we lose 78.5 cents, it's probably down to 78 flat. And if that doesn't stop the drop, then around 77.5 is in play. And by the way, none of this is financial advice. Lulu is a pig. We all know she can read a chart better than most, but she may also turn around and eat the same chart. So what can I say? If you're taking financial advice from a pig without doing your own research, you probably deserve to lose. And remember, let it rip.